Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to another coffee talk. It's been a while since I've done the first one. As you can see, I don't have coffee, but matcha latte, very fabulous. And for those of you that are new to my channel or to this series, this is where we take things at a little bit slower pace, try to cover topics, see what happens. So it's a little bit offbeat, no cards involved. However, usually some pretty interesting things that maybe you can learn, don't know, relearn. Anyway, and it's interesting. Got on the subject of ages recently. And I was reminded of a poem. It's actually Fire and Ice. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those that favor fire. But if I had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Robert Frost. And for my Twilight fans, you probably are very familiar with that poem. It's in the books, it's in the movie. Just for a random reference, you might know it from there. And believe it or not, in fantasy lore, we talk about ages. You know, Lord of the Rings, the end of the first age, the birthing of the fourth age, you know, the dark ages, the middle ages. We talk about ages. Well, here on Mother Gaia, on what we call planet Earth, we're currently in our 6th age. Let that sink in. And for the most part, when it comes to ages, it's usually when a catastrophe happens and everyone is removed from their meat suit, their vessel, and everyone goes home to the second dimension. Mother Gaia is allowed to replenish herself, to heal, and then of course Mother Gaia is repopulated with souls and bodies. We'll get into different body types at a later point in time, I do believe, and that whole pesky evolution thing. But we've had souls and bodies on Gaia, on Earth, for probably longer than you think. The first age was actually from 10.5 to 8.3 million years ago. That was the first age, and it actually ended in fire. And it's funny because I do believe Robert Frost might have tapped into a few things with his Fire and Ice poem. That's why I was reminded of it. I haven't actually looked deeper in that. But the second age was 5.2 to 4.3 million years ago. And that was also ended in fire. To be more precise, volcanoes. It was volcanic activity. Because there's asteroids, there's literal wildfire, there's volcanoes. This was actual volcanoes. And in between the second age and the third age is when Mother Gaia got a moon. Because for the whole entire first age, this planet did not have a moon. Interesting fact. So the tides, everything else that's affected by the moon was quite different in the first age. The third age for this planet started 3.8 to 2.5 million years ago. And it ended in ice. Fire and ice. Robert Frost was well correct on that one. The fourth age is interesting because that was 1.1 million years ago to 800,000 years ago. Now that ended by water. More importantly, a flood. And we all know about this flood because about 5,000 to 6,000 years ago, it got finally written down. It's actually in the Bible. We know it as Noah's Ark. So let me rephrase that again. The fourth age was 1.1 million years ago to 800,000 years ago. But only 5,000 or 6,000 years ago, it finally got written down. And everyone's heard of it. That big of a time gap. At some later point in day, I think we'll try to deep dive further into the discrepancy of the timeline of why did it take so long? Or more importantly, why don't we remember or have an accurate timeline? There's a whole lot to unpack there. The fifth age was 750,000 years ago, all the way up to December 21st, 2012. So anyone who's alive in a body today has either seen the fifth age and the sixth age, or was born at the start and the beginning of the sixth age. Because the sixth age started on December 21st, 2012, and is still ongoing. You notice I did not give you a catastrophe for everyone to get out of body on that one. It's because it's a little bit unique for an age. There was no natural disaster. There was no big catastrophe. It was actually an event, but it was an event in the second dimension. That's what started the sixth age. It was the death of former Mother, Father, God. That itself, the words I just spoke, former Mother, Father, God, is another topic for, I think, another time. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you, and I think I'm going to let that sink in for just a bit. Let you think about how long humanity's been here. Different times we've been here. Maybe different body types we've had on and off this planet over all that time throughout the different ages, as well as how things ended, how things began. Anyway, my lovelies, hopefully you enjoy your coffee break, and I will see you guys later.